I'm here with 24/7 national recruiting expert Greg Powers here at the U.S. Army All-American Bowl. We're going to talk about a few Michigan commits that are in your backyard. Obviously, they're not here at this event, but Gemon Green is one that is in your backyard at DeSoto. Let's just talk about him. What is Michigan getting in Gemon?
Well, first off, he's a battle-tested cornerback. He's been playing at one of the top high school programs in the state and competing against not only top wide receivers who line up across from him every day in practice, but their district is always loaded with top talent. So he's going to enter college well-tested against these type of guys. He knows how to go up against college guys. He knows how to lock down bigger-framed wide receivers, and I think that's really one of his brightest skill sets is that he has the length and the size to match up against a guy who's 6'4", 6'5" on the outside. I like him fitting in probably initially as a boundary type of guy, but is a guy who could possibly grow into that field position as he gains experience at Michigan.
Yeah, clearly Michigan is trying to get those guys with a lot of length out on the edge. I mean, he's a guy that he'll be going in there in June, but I mean, what is he going to, what are some things that he can do to maybe see the field early? I mean, is he a guy that you think has that type of potential?
Well, I definitely think that he's got the type of game that there aren't a lot of things that you're going to pinpoint and say he has to work on this or he has to work on that. I think it's going to be about need and opportunity there for him. He's a guy who could probably work on his overall top-end speed. That's something that really that he could continue to improve upon, but he has pretty good hips and he is very physical at the point of contact. He's a guy who loves to come up and jam and play one-on-one type of coverage. I actually personally feel like he could play also a lot of good zone coverage. He's that type of guy, but don't let that fool you into thinking when I say that he can't come up and be physical and play that man-to-man style defense.
Now, I know we have him rated as a 4-star. At least you always have. What is long-term prognosis for him? I mean, when you give a guy a 4-star billing, you obviously think he's going to be pretty good.
Definitely, and I think that, like I said, he's played for one of the top programs in the state of Texas, and he's been going up against top guys anytime he's been to an event. He's also went up against national level guys. He's always held his own. He was at the opening and did really well out there. I mean, I think that you could say that there are some other corners across the country who stack up favorably to him, but he holds his own no matter which field that he steps upon, and I think that that's a key thing when you're diagnosing top prospects. I mean, there are a lot of top prospects across the country, and Green just happens to be one of them from Texas who's going to Michigan.
And I'm sure Michigan's hopes that he turns out to be a pretty good one. Thanks, Greg.